my name is Pinky Gilani and you're watching Season 4 of What Women Want. I'm super excited because this season's theme is finding the superhero within you. Who in your community is going beyond? These conversations are brought to you by SBM Bank and Safaricom as well. We're giving you a chance to win with Safaricom, but I'll give you those details later. We are at Hero Restaurant at Trademark Hotel, and I am thrilled because our lineup of guests this season is going to floor you. We're starting off with our first guest. Thank you so much for being here. I'm such a huge fan. Wixx Mangutha.
Yes.
Have I said that right? You are a visual storyteller who creates relatable videos using different objects. If you see her, you must have seen her online. She uses different objects in order to interact with her audience while conveying a positive African message. That's so important.
Yes,
I love it. I love that you know, you're using your platform to do something different.
Yes,
but you're making a change.
Thank you.
Tell me, Wixx. Let's get right into it.
Yes.
What is the status of women empowerment in Kenya?
I think it's slowly getting there. Personally, I think that. Why am I saying this? It's because I look up to Kenyan women with what they do. Like I was telling you right now, I've had you for the longest time. And you're doing great. You're doing a really good job. And the fact that you are not comparing yourself to anyone, because that is what I aim for. I think that's even one of the reasons I like your content. People who don't look at other people, comparing themselves for them to rise. That means a lot to me, especially when you're a woman. Instead, support each other, let's rise together. So I think the state, it's getting there. We are rising, and I hope even for me at some point, people will start looking up to me for the positive vibes.
I think they already do.
Thank you. But for the positive vibes, for that feeling for you can do it. I mean, this cake is so big for all of us. You get a piece. You get a piece. We all get a piece and rise.
I think that's beautiful. So what is the main role of a woman in our society?
So the main role, most people will say to raise kids. I think we are coming from there. For me, who is think of myself as young, maybe to someone else that's old. But I believe my role is to create an environment where kids, like the young kids growing up, they don't have to look up to the, sorry to say, the Western women. So our role is to play that part for, you can look up to us and still be good, be great.
I think that's phenomenal. What you've said there is that we don't need to look to the West. We have amazing women within this continent and within this country. So speaking of which, Kenya has taken steps to increase women's equality through policy, legislative frameworks. Qua ground. Is this facts? Because you would know. Is this true? Do you feel that this resonates? With myself, honestly, no. I feel like something better can be done. It shouldn't be on TV, you say one thing, and then when you're off TV, when the cameras are off, behind closed doors, you're another person. Like, if you're going to be a mentor for the young girls, like, stick to it throughout. By what you say, what you believe, what you do, your actions. So I think we can do better, honestly. I really think that as well. I went to Kibera for International Women's Day this year, and I asked them, who's your Kenyan role model? And they were struggling. The young women that I spoke to, they were struggling to because of that, it's that whole authenticity.
I think I'll also struggle. Like, if you asked me who are the women I look up to, honestly, I'd say the people in my industry, the creative industry. There's you, There's Celestine, there's Judy Nyawera. All these people are in the creative industry, but ask me about the people in the parliament.
Our leaders,
Our leaders, I really
struggle.
Yeah, I'll struggle.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And that's probably an onus, you know, for us to change.
Yeah.
I think we really need to take this whole thing seriously.
Yes.
To a little girl who's watching,
Yeah.
what is a message to her, Wixx? Because she's looking at you and she's like, this is amazing. And I mean, for me, like you said, I've been in the industry a long time. And to see someone like you thriving in the creative space, it's a celebration. So somebody who wants to be in your space, in your shoes, what would you tell her?
I think I'll tell them what my mother's last words were to me, which is just be yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. That is how you're going to be the best version of yourself. What I mean is, do you want to be a doctor because you're looking at you're comparing yourself to another small girl, or do you want to be an artist? Like, that's where your heart is. That's what your heart is beating for. Like, try your best, and it starts small, like from school, comparing your snack to another kid's snack. Thinking theirs is better than yours, the car you've been picked up with from school. Like, just be yourself. I know that sounds like a lot, but embrace who you are as a person.
Yeah. I think that's very important, and maybe a challenge for our mothers as well, to teach your girls that you don't need to, and if they do come home and be like, oh, this one was better, or that one, just cut it there. Like you said, nip it in the bud. It starts at a young age.
And it starts at home.
Yes, it starts at home. Wow. That's a truth bomb right there. I have a saying that I'd like to share with you, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this. You educate a man, you educate a man. You educate a woman, you educate an entire generation. What do you think of that?
That's deep.
Do you think it's true?
Yes, I think it's true. There was a time, 2013, I was mentoring teenage mothers, and most of them didn't have an education. And then over 2 years, I saw like half of them get an education, and the way their mindset changed, that was crazy. Because now they started even doing businesses for themselves. They started supporting their own children themselves. So I think the thing with women is, like Pinky, again, I'm here because you called me. It's easy for, when women support each other, we rise as a nation. But I'm not saying it's not the same with men, but it's easy because women communicate better. Honestly, I think so. So when we are educated and we communicate with one another, what do you do? What do I do? What can we do together to make things amazing, awesome? Then, I mean, that's like, it spreads across like the whole nation. Do you get what I'm saying? Wow.
But we have to put a disclaimer here. It's not male bashing here at all. With all due respect to the men in our society. It's just a quote that I heard, and I was like, I think that's an important thing to share. And like you said, and you've explained it really well, that it's easily spread when it comes to women. So how can we empower women? Me, Pinky, you, Wixx. How can we use our space to empower women more? How can we do better?
So I believe we can use our spaces, like for me, maybe encouraging the young women to keep at it. One of my hashtags is we keep it moving. What that means is, even on your worst days, even when you're feeling low, there are days you wake up and you feel like, not today. It's okay to just breathe, and when you're ready, just keep it moving. That's with my space. With your space, I can already see you empowering me. I'll give you an example. So yesterday I was doing a 700 plus frames project. Wow.
And it got to a point in the morning, I was like, why am I even doing this? Is it really necessary? So I cried myself to go sleep. And then today, this morning, I was sharing with my family. It's interesting how yesterday I was crying about a project. Then today, just being called for this interview, it's really uplifted my spirits. And I want to keep on pushing. You know, sometimes it's the small things that make a really big difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think when you have greatness in you, it can't always be smooth sailing. You know, there are tests. Do you really want this?
Yeah.
Do you really think you're worthy?
Yeah.
And that's maybe what you're going through, you know? So
It's true.
if it was all easy, Wixx,
Yeah.
then it would be dull and boring.
Yeah. It's so true.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you.
No,
Thank you so much.
of course. No, thank you. Thank you for finding time and showing up and
Yeah.
smiling here, because it's not always easy, like you said.
Yes.
There are moments where you just be like, nope,
Yeah.
I don't want to. But that's when we dig deep into ourselves and find out who we are.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
when we find our superhero within us.
Inside, yeah.
So you're using your voice. You have a
Yeah.
very powerful voice,
Yeah.
and you're using it in such a phenomenal way.
Yeah.
How did you discover
Yeah.
that you can use your voice?
Okay. So I started drawing when I was 12 years old, and for 15 years I thought I didn't have a voice because of comparing myself to other people. So for 15 years I was chasing other people's dreams.
Wow.
And I wasn't chasing my own dream, which was to be an artist. I thought, hapo hakuna pesa, there's no money there.
Yeah.
And then 2019 comes, and we find out my mom has cancer, and she used to live in the US. She comes back home, and we take care of her. And her last words to me were, stop comparing yourself to other people. That is how you're going to be the best version of yourself. So this was late 2019. So by the time 2020 was coming, I knew I now had to have a voice, like it was time. And then the pandemic hit. To me, I thought, oh man, just when I'm starting to plan to find my voice. But it worked for me somehow, because now everyone was at home, everyone was ready to listen. And then the thing with the kind of art I do is people don't know yet, but they speak a language that they don't even know, for you to be able to interpret my art. So I started sharing my art slowly, and then started using the hashtag We Keep It Moving. For me, what that hashtag was, even on the days I feel like I don't have a voice, even on the days I feel like I'm at my lowest, it means just wake up. Even if you're just going to drink a cup of tea, I mean, you've made a step forward towards being alive. Like one day at a time. And while at it, keep it moving. Be the best version of yourself, not anyone else, yourself.
Your mom's death obviously has affected you, and it's still raw, I'm sure.
Yes, it's very raw. Like even when I'm about to give up on a project, that's like the one thing that really keeps me going. Like thinking that she never got to see this new side of Wixx as a visual storyteller, which I wish she did, because she started telling me way before, why don't you go to school and pursue art? I never did. I went to school to pursue other people's dreams. And that's how I wasted my time, pursuing other people's dreams. That's the other thing. When you're not chasing your own dreams, you waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still raw, and yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And do you think that we have to go through some sort of trauma in order to find the best version of ourselves?
I wouldn't say so. It's unfortunately it happened to me, but I think you can find realignment in your life without having to go through trauma. you can listen to other people's stories and decide, this is it. I'm making a change now. Now I want to go beyond. Now. So if you're wise enough, listen to the stories of the people who've been there and they've gone through pain. You don't really have to be there for you to make it. Yeah.
Are we happy as women in today's world?
Are we happy? I feel like, can I speak for myself?
Sure.
And the women around me, I think we are happy. My desire will be, even for my friends around me and the women who surround me, because that's where it starts, yeah, that we will be open and share deeply what we are going through. Somehow that helps, because maybe I could share with you something I'm going through that is hindering me from being like happy, and you come up with a solution because maybe you've been there or you've had a story before. So I think we are getting there. Like for me and my circle of women, we are getting there.
Yeah. Not there yet.
Not there yet.
But honest enough to say we're getting there.
Yeah, we are getting there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Is it possible like to be 100% happy?
I don't know. I think the pursuit of happiness is a constant.
Yeah.
I think so. You keep on building. It's like a muscle within you. You keep on looking for it and you keep on building it.
Yes.
That's what I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever broken the law?
Yes.
Would you like to tell us what you did?
No.
What's your favorite word?
Words. I have words.
Sure.
Hashtag, we keep it moving.
Why?
That's my mantra. No matter what, we keep it moving.
What do you do when you're bored?
I eat, I sleep, and I doodle.
In that order?
Bored. Yes.
What makes you feel alive?
Apart from eating potatoes, I'll say art. Yeah.
Wow. Waru.
Waru.
Do you have a secret talent?
I don't know, but I think coming up with fresh ideas like every single week, I think that's a special talent.
How did you find that talent?
So I found it last year, realizing that every single week can be different, coming up with really fresh concepts and without having to repeat the previous one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you run like a girl?
Yeah, maybe when someone I like is watching, I'll run like a girl. But when no one is watching and I'm in danger, then no.
Is it bad to run like a girl?
No, it's not bad. But how do girls run? Like,
So you know that this season's theme is superhero. So I want to know how you go beyond. I want to know what makes Wixx a superhero. I have a question for you. Would you rather have the power of time travel or the power to see the future?
I'd rather time travel. I mean, seeing the future, what if I'm going to be shown like 3 seconds of me in the future and maybe it's me crying over something so small and then I think, oh my God, there goes my future.
Facts.
Yeah.
What are you afraid of?
Ooh, I think losing someone I love again, like someone who's really close to me. Yeah.
Do you believe with great powers come great responsibility?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Gosh. For example, I'm the Flash. And with Flash, I have speed. So that means if I can see that something off is happening, like maybe like, I don't know, 5 feet away, then that means I should, like, go quickly and try save the situation. So I mean, that's how life is also. When you're a leader or you're in power or you get recognition for something, that means that your responsibilities have to go, you know, a level higher.
Wow, you mentioned the Flash. I thought you didn't know superheroes. Well done.
Yeah.
Who is your greatest superhero?
I'll say my husband.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, he works so hard. Like, oh, bless him. Like, yeah, I need an hour to tell you guys about him.
A separate show.
Yeah.
Maybe we should invite him here.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to play some games, and I'm so glad that Wixx is in a mood to play some games. This one, we're going to have like superpowers because, you know, it's superhero theme.
Yeah.
So every time you raise your hand, the buzzer will go off.
Okay.
This is a game to see how well versed either Wixx or myself are in regards to superheroes, the ones we've seen on screen.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Let's
ready.
go. Let's go!
Man of Steel is another name for Batman, Superman,
Mine went.
Iron Man, Wixx,
Iron Man.
Ah!
No?
Superman.
What?
Yeah,
What was
because
the
of the
question?
bullets.
Oh.
He bounces them off like he's steel, I think.
Oh.
Right? Am I right? Am I right? Yes. Yeah. Sweet.
What is the real name of Batman? Bruce Wayne, Bruce Davis, Bruce Devon. Pinky?
I'm guessing.
Bruce Wayne.
I wanted to guess that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yay. So we're a
Yay.
draw? Okay.
I got it.
Okay, fine. 1-1.
One.
Batman protects which city? Gotham, Chicago, Metropolis.
I'm not good.
Okay, I'll let you guess.
Yeah. Okay. So there's Chicago, Metropolis, and
Gotham.
Gotham. Gotham.
Yay, she read my mind. Wow, look at that, superpowers.
How did Spider-Man get his superpower? He was born with them. He was affected by a chemical explosion. He was bitten by a spider.
Bitten by a spider.
Yeah, oh my God. Yay, well done, Wixx. I was a gracious host. I let you win. On What Women Want, we have conversations brought to you by SBM Bank, so it only makes sense that we discuss a little bit about money. I have the money cards here, and I'm going to ask you to pick a card.
Okay. This.
That one?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what we're going to do, Wixx,
Yeah.
is I'm going to ask you a question,
Yeah.
so we find out a little bit more about you, and then a money question.
Okay.
So what's the one thing you would never compromise?
Low quality work. So what that means is, if I'll give you an example again for the project I'm currently working on. It was supposed to be 600 frames, but I knew if I added like 140 more frames, it will make the idea crazy.
Yeah.
So I can never compromise on the quality of the job.
That means you are where you are because you go the extra mile.
Yeah.
Here's your money question.
Okay.
How do you feel after spending a large amount of money?
It depends on what.
You know, sometimes I think it's also your upbringing, because we can spend money on anything and feel really guilty or feel really good. So it doesn't matter what it is. Let's put the, you know, what it is out of the... How do you feel when you've spent a huge amount of money?
I think there's a sense of guilt. Like always thinking there's something better I would have done with that money, even though maybe I did something really good and I made a really wise decision doing whatever I did with that money.
there's always that feeling deep down, like, shidako. You made the wrong choices.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I wish I
Yeah.
didn't spend that money.
Yeah.
I know. It's such.
Yeah.
It's really. I think we need to change our ways of thinking about money. Like
Yes.
one thing that I know when I was growing up, one thing that kept coming up is money is the root of all evil. So you begin
Why?
to
Why
dislike
did
money.
they
I
say
don't
that?
know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we need to flip that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think as long as you don't let money control you, you control it, then I think you're good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Change your money mindset with SBM Bank. And we want to say thank you so much for watching this conversation with Wixx. It was beautiful. I'm so
Thank you
grateful
for
to have
having
met
me.
a superhero like you.
Thank you
And
so much.
I'm just thrilled that
Yeah.
you're doing what you're doing and you're showing up in
Yeah.
all your light despite your
Oh,
challenges.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Wixx. Remember, all you need to do is dial *544*40# hashtag and select what women want to enjoy 200 MB of YouTube data bundle at only 20 shillings, courtesy of Safaricom. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week. Bye.